On the newsstands. A wonderful morning, a wonderful Wednesday morning. So many things has happened in Nigeria in the past few hours, and here in Ogba with our delectable people here in Ogba. Now let's move over to the news headlines in the papers. We have Vanguard newspaper, and also we have the Punch newspaper this morning. What does the Punch have for us? Over the masthead, we have reports rank Nigeria third worst country in the world. According to reports, Nigeria has been ranked as the third worst country in the world. Buhari appeals to US over insecurity, wants AFRICOM in Nigeria. Buhari appeals to US over insecurity, wants AFRICOM in Nigeria. Now on fuel price increase, the Nigeria Labour Congress is saying no fuel price increase without fixing refineries. No fuel price increase without fixing our refinery, says the NLC. Below the masthead, we have the main headline. Governors cry out, demand action from Buhari as 21 more Nigerians killed. Governors are crying out and they demand action from Buhari as 21 more Nigerians are being killed. Insecurity level now terrible, senators. That's from senators. Insecurity level now terrible. Governor Bello laments Boko Haram occupation. That is in Niger State. Security situation very pathetic. Buhari should be told the truth, says Zulum, the governor of Borno State. Security situation very pathetic. Buhari should be told the truth, says Governor Bulim of Borno State. National Assembly demands emergency declaration, asks Buhari to seek foreign help. National Assembly demands emergency declaration, asks Buhari to seek foreign help. Now look at the picture at the Punch newspaper this morning. You can see the dead bodies of IDPs that were killed by militia who were said to be Fulani herdsmen on the road, and the youth are protesting over the killings in the IDP camp. 7 bodies have been littered on the expressway, and there's protest over the killings. Buhari standing aloof. His body language shows his Fulani president. That is from Governor Otom. Buhari standing aloof. His body language shows his Fulani president, from Governor Otom. Now, the Christian Association of Nigeria is saying some Islamic leaders fishing in troubled water, provoking Christians. Some Islamic leaders are fishing in troubled waters, provoking Christians. That is from the Christian Association of Nigeria. ICBC probe uncovers 2,000 tax evading firms, recommends prosecution. ICPC probe uncovers 2,000 tax evading firms, recommends prosecution. And towards the end part, Tinubu rubbishes reported rift with Buhari after Villa closed door meeting. Tinubu rubbishes reported rift with Buhari after Villa closed door meeting. Now the Vanguard, over to the Vanguard, above the masthead this morning. Terrorism in Nigeria complex. This from the UK minister. Terrorism in Nigeria complex, from the UK minister. APC will retain presidency in 2023. This is from Tinubu after his visit to Buhari. He says APC will retain presidency in 2023. Looking at the banking sector, banks sacked 8,584 staff in 2020. Banks sacked 8,584 staff in 2020. That's ridiculous. Now the main headline: insecurity, tearful autumn, reps for emergency. Tearful autumn. House of Reps are calling for a state of emergency. Governor Autumn whips as armed militia invade Benue IDP camps, kill 7, injure 9. Benue youth lay corpses on Makurdi Lafia Road, threatening reprisal attacks. Calls on Buhari to declare emergency on security. Nigeria working to its end. That is from the MBF. Declare state of emergency on security now. Reps tell Buhari. Now Buhari meets Zulum, Tinubu Akande in Aso Rock, urges US to relocate AFRICOM headquarters to Africa. I'm in Aso Rock to tell Buhari the truth. That is from Zulum. Now, army rages against sharing photos of slain soldiers in social media. Going to the down part of the paper, anxiety as gunmen burn Federal High Court in Ebonyi State. That picture was very rigorous. Darkness awaits us if attacks on schools continue, says Atiku. Darkness awaits us if attacks on schools continue, says Atiku. Atiku has spoken at this point in time And also, it is very, very important that we know what is happening. Now we are moving over to our reviewers this morning as we get them to do justice to our news headlines this morning. Good morning, Mr. Chigozie.
Yeah, good morning, Chris.
It's a cool morning. The rain everywhere is cool this morning.
Yeah, that is a blessing from God, and we're grateful for that.
And that's what we pray for,
Well,
especially in our lives.
yes, what is new?
Now, House of Reps are calling for state of emergency. Is that the solution to what we are having, the problems we are having now?
Yes, it is now raining on cats and dogs, and nobody could now deny the reality. Of course, we've been living in denial for quite a decade, several decades now. And I personally, Chigozie, and my contemporaries have been talking about this. The situational reports on the borders on the Nigerian unity, economy, and continued existence. And people have been living in denial, but thank God today we are vindicated. Okay, it's unfortunately we are just beginning the first chapter of lamentation for the Nigerian political elites. This is just first session. By the time we get to the next chapter of lamentation, I think there will be no place to call Nigeria. Why? Because they have been living in denial and deception over the years. They turn deaf ears to issues that is seeking for urgent attention. You see, how long shall we keep crucial issues untouched until disaster looms? Unfortunately, we are trapped within this disaster, and there is no way forward for this country. The only way, of course, the president is calling for the U.S. to come to the aid. It's now too late for such issues to be addressed. People are now feeling aggrieved. People are dying on daily basis. Unfortunately, the innocent children are becoming victims of this heinous crime. I mean, perpetrated by the Nigerian state. And of course, everybody everywhere is in disarray. The greatest news you can hear every morning is the killings, serial killings, I mean, gruesome killings of innocent people, and it's quite unfortunate that we get to this point. I saw a reporter that we are the third most, we are ranking the most worst country of the world. But I think I can appeal that verdict. We remain the most first in wickedness, in atrocity, in the abuse of fundamental human rights. We have no value, and we don't respect the sacredness of human life, the sanctity of life. As far as you are in Nigeria, you either wake up or you don't. And if you do well, you thank God for the opportunity. It is quite unfortunate that our government, the political elites, and even the religious leaders have refused to address the fundamental issues. And here now we are in the state of dilemma. And of course, nobody can redeem the situation. Nobody can redeem the situation. The only solution which I will advise the political elites, if they want to save their life, is to separate this country. Let every region, of course, the Arewa or whatever group from the northern region said, allow these people to go so that we can have a peace of mind. So there can never be peace except both all the parties involved are they have sense of belonging, and this we are not seeing anytime soon in this country. In fact, it has gone beyond what we can amend. The tolerance limit has been exhausted, eroded. The fabrics of our unity has been destroyed by the precarious nature of governance approach to fundamental issues, so which have not helped issues, and unfortunately, Nigeria is going down, so that we can move forward, so that let the regions take the control of their resources and decide their fate. That is the position, so that this killing of innocent children will stop. You see, it keep on unabated on daily basis. I'm not happy because children are killed. Why should they be killed? Because they, unfortunately, we are not the one who should choose where the place of birth. If not, they wouldn't have chosen the country called Nigeria. So children should not be a victim of this heinous crime perpetrated by the government of this country. It's unfortunate, and there is no way forward. Yes, what next?
Now, people are saying that this government is incompetent. Now, state of emergency and seeking for help with an incompetent government, can it work?
Yes, you said it right. Not just that they are incompetent, they are useless and they are stupid. How could you be an elder statesman and you refuse to do the needful? You refuse to pay attention to fundamental critical issues until disaster looms. We are in the very disaster at this time. Look at loss of life. People are dying. Look at to the extent that even those at the IDP, who's calling for safety, who has left their ancestral home, who has left the communal life and have been dislodged, their farmlands, they are no longer working. They settle at a particular place and there is no security, there is no amenities, there is no provision for them to continue their lives. You see, it is quite unfortunate having been subjected to such excruciating and unbearable psychological trauma to the point that there was no security to safeguard them. And they look at the invaders and the unknown gunmen, the Fulani, the herders, militaries, they are trying to invade there. Of course, they invaded and were able to slaughter so many. Is that the country you should desire? Why should I be in Nigeria, for crying loud? Why should I see people dying on daily basis? People who are created by God, God's own image. I have considered it that it is a crime to be in Nigeria, to find yourself within the competition called Nigeria. How long shall this be tolerated? We must hold the governors. We must hold, of course, the governors are playing lip service to issue of security. When people, regions come up to set up, regional security for themselves, outfits, and the governments were the people that opposed it initially. Why are they crying? Why are they lamenting? I'm praying that one day they will become victims of these circumstances, so that they can feel the impact on how it's felt losing your loved one, how it felt losing your children, how it felt you see your children being hacked to death, younger children, innocent children. I am not happy. The arrows of God has caught up with this country, and the gods are not to blame. Why? Because the people who we thought would have the opportunity to reconcile, to fix us, to decide the way forward, have bastardized those opportunities, the confidence reposed upon them. It's quite unfortunate that we are victims of this orchestrated genocide perpetrated by the Nigerian state. It's unfortunate that people can no longer go about their duties free, without fear of death, without fear of being hacked to death. And why must children, innocent children, I address the world, why must the United Nations allow children to be slaughtered on the Nigerian soil and refuse to do anything tangible, only paying lip service? And I tell you, eternity will not forgive them. If you are a member of the leading group in the United Nations, it's high time you come down to Nigeria. Children are dying, millions in their millions, and nobody is there to console the wailing mothers. It's quite unfortunate.
Okay, one question. Tinubu visited the president, and one of the things he said is that APC will retain presidency in 2023, despite the fact that we have had things happening in Nigeria today and leaders are not speaking. But he looked at one path, that is 2023. Can you talk on that?
Well, I don't blame Tinubu. Is an opportunist, and I've been a gross beneficiary of this flawed system. When we are talking about people are dying and losing their lives, there is no security, there is no food security, that people are dying of hunger. Not just millions are dying of hunger within the competition called Nigeria. You have not been able to address the issue of insecurity, let alone tackling the issue of job creation. And you are there busy canvassing for 2023. Is that look at the mentality, the psyche of this man? He should be subjected to psychological test. How could you? Does it mean that he's under drug? How could another statement be saying such issue? You have not commiserated or showed some level of empathy to those families that are losing their lives, that have lost their children from the north, from the northern region, southern region, eastern region. You've not come up anytime, anywhere to address or empathize with them. You are talking about 2023. Is it a man I should look up as a leader? I mean, what do I have to learn from him? I mean, if I'm Nigeria is a useless state.
Oh, and everybody has their opinion. Mr. Matthew, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Chris.
I just want you to look at the last statement. Nigeria is a state that is not, I don't use the word useless. It's a state that is not profiting the ordinary Nigerian. Do you subscribe to that?
Totally. I agree with that statement. Because what we have in Nigeria is a state where the political class conspires against the ordinary man just because of their pecuniary interests. But everybody you see that goes in there as a senator, as a National House of Rep member, as a governor, as House of Assembly member, as the president, they are all there. They are all going there because of their pecuniary interests, not because of the interests of the masses, not because they want to bring about good governance, not because about the welfare of the people. Because ordinarily, there is no reason Mr. President will be going to Britain for medical checkup, especially where you budget billions of naira every fiscal year for health sector. And even the Asura clinic has budget that runs into billions of naira every fiscal year. So what they are just doing, they are just there for their pecuniary interest. They are not there for the interest of the masses. That is the truth.
State of emergency has been suggested to the president. Do you see that as a good move?
It's not about state of. I know it's not about suggesting state of emergency. It's not even about pronouncing state of emergency. It is not. Does it not behove on the military to protect the sovereignty and integrity of Nigeria, with or without a state of emergency? It's not about state of emergency. It's about who owns the responsibility to protect Nigerians. It's about who is his responsibility to protect life and property. It's about what strategy are you using. It's about what arsenal do you have in your armory. It's about what is the level of technology you are using to drive the process of the fight against the multiple security challenges. You could recall that the other time American government under Donald Trump killed a military diplomat in Iraq. I mean that Soleimani, an Iranian military diplomat that was killed in Iran. That man was traced from an airport. And as he left the airport, they traced it to a point where, take him out, we record minimal damage. And at the time they were certified that the thing will not record colossal damage, he was taken out. Only himself and about 2 other persons were killed. What are we saying? That is what technology can do. So it's not until you declare a state of emergency. I agree with every other Nigerian that is talking about that Nigeria is faced with existential threats. I have taken time to go through the conversation between Mr. President, Muhammadu Buhari, and American Secretary of State, where he have called for help from America. He acknowledged that Nigeria is being faced with existential threats. That, no doubt, everybody have alluded to that fact even before now. But again, I think I pick hole in Mr. President's position, especially where he made mention that Nigeria and his military, our military, is resolute in resolving the root causes of this crisis. I totally disagree with Mr. President. Let us look at the reason I say I disagree with him. Look at the issue that has to do with secession. Look at the imbalances that cause the civil war that see prevalence in Nigeria today. Look at the approach of governance of this government. A situation where nepotism has become their hallmark. A situation where if you look at the security architecture of this country, let's say for the position of the national security adviser, chief of defence staff, chief of army staff, chief of naval staff, chief of air staff, director of DSS, IG of police, name it. It is about 13 positions, and we have 3 major ethnic groups in Nigeria: the Hausa, the Igbo, and the Yoruba. None of those security heads is from the southeast, and it is a country where we have federal character entrenched in the constitution that says that if you give a position, it must reflect geographical spread. Otherwise, you are violating the constitution. So that aspect of the constitution has been grossly violated by this government. And you are telling the world that you are addressing the root causes of the crisis. You are not addressing it. If we must tell ourselves the truth, marginalization, scheming things against the Southeasterners is fueling this agitation. Because if, as a secessionist leader, you go to the youths, to the people in the Southeast, and sensitize them, look at this government, we are not being represented, and they look around and see that it's true, it will give room for people to sign on to that agitation of secession. More so, as there is a UN charter that talks about self-determination, so that we within the ambit of the law. If anybody, I've said it often and often that there is nothing sacrosanct about Nigeria. As an entity, I have right to say I do not want to belong to Nigeria anymore, as long as I'm doing it within the ambit of the law. So what I'm saying is that Mr. President is not telling us the truth, where he said that they are addressing the root causes of this crisis. Then again, he was equally quoted to have said that Nigeria is partnering with other nations to deal with global warming. And I laugh over it. This is a country where Nigerian government still spend billions of naira in oil exploration in the northeast, in the Niger,
Niger Delta.
no, not even Niger, majorly in the north. Start spending billions of naira to explore oil, and you are talking about you are on the same page with other nations of the world when it comes to do with mitigating effect of global warming. A situation where people are talking of alternative source of energy. People are looking at how to reduce gas emission, to reduce the depletion of ozone layer, so that the heat being that is coming upon Earth as a result of effect of ozone layer will be mitigated. In the near future, you are going to be seeing vehicles running on solar, and Nigeria is not planning towards that. Rather, we are still spending billions of naira in trying to explore oil that will end up emitting carbon monoxide into the air that will eventually deplete the ozone layer.
Gas flaring.
Yes. You have even mentioned gas flaring. What conscious effort has federal government made to stop oil majors in Nigeria from gas flaring? The same gas that could be put to good use. All the oil companies in Nigeria still flare oil as gas as we speak. So what are we saying? What I'm saying is that the government is not sincere in that conversation Mr. President had with Secretary of State, American Secretary of State. Because if you look at the level of insecurity, it has gotten to the point where even ordinarily the proponents of Mr. President are already speaking up. I listened to the discussion at the Harlow Chamber of Senate yesterday, where a senator from Niger State raised the alarm that the local government of Shiroro and Muya have been taken over by insurgents, by Boko Haram. And before now, there's an allegation that they have hoisted a flag. And Mr. President is sitting comfortably in Aso Rock, answering the president and commander of the armed forces. And people are being killed on daily basis. Look at Niger State. It's just about 2-hour drive from Abuja. So what is the guarantee that Boko Haram cannot come into Abuja if they can freely come to Niger State, seize local governments, hoist a flag, sack over 5,000 residents, and as we speak, they are holding sway. in that axis. Look at what transpired in Benue State. Only yesterday, about 7 persons were killed. So it is no longer a news that Fulani, they are the fourth most dangerous terror organization in the world. And the government have refused to recognize that. The government have refused to address them and treat them as such. A situation where Fulani is operating in almost every strata of the society, unchallenged. Killing, maiming, raping, name it. I've not seen any aspect, any area of any geopolitical zone where the SSCs is not being fed. The only conscious effort we see from federal government is trying to give them a heritage by way of coming out with policies that will settle them. We have seen how Ruga failed in Nigeria. We have seen how national transformation, livestock transformation program have failed. We have seen how water resources bill have failed. And where it stands, me, I do not like stigmatizing a race. But the way it is today, currently, unfortunately, the Fulani race have been stigmatized. Because the way it stands today, no reasonable Nigerian, whether as an individual, as a traditional ruler, whether as a government, at the level of state government and local government, nobody will be willing and ready to volunteer land, whether for sale or for lease, to give to Fulani for purpose of grazing or ranching. Because at the level they have bring that mistrust. Because they are proving that they are people who do not have respect for other human beings, for other race. Look at the situation where a serving governor of Bauchi State, I'm talking about Bola Mohammed, was quoted to have said that Fulani man is a global citizen. That Fulani man do not need visa to come into Nigeria. That Fulani man is free to move to any part of the country. What does that imply? And this is the same man who was quoted to have said that the Fulani people go about with AK-47 for self-defense. Here you see the military the other day went to Benue to start harassing, intimidating, disarming traditional rulers who they claim have gone in their palace. For me, it would have been out of place and wrong for an individual to carry firearm. But under the current scenario, I do not blame those traditional rulers. Because you cannot watch helplessly your subjects, your children, your immediate environment being ravaged, overrun by non-government actors, and government is not challenging them. That is why I totally agree with Daros Ishako, the Taraba State governor, where he said that the federal government should allow citizens to bear arms, the same caliber of arm that these bandits, these criminals, this Boko Haram is bearing. Because if you do that, I think it will, to an extent, address this reckless killing, invasion by all these criminals.
Okay, lastly, Tinubu went to visit the president and he spoke extensively about APC retaining power in 2023, despite all that is happening in Nigeria. Can you respond to that mindset?
He's speaking like a Nigerian politician, and it's unfortunate. Because for me, the best approach to getting the attention and cooperation of the citizens is by good governance. If you come about good governance, anywhere you look, the economy is buoyant. You have a good idea, you want to propagate it, you go to a bank, you have credit facility without knowing one man in government. I don't think that man who has that access will be complaining about government. If you have good road, potable water, in fact, if all the social amenities are in place, I don't think people will be bothering the political class. And I think it's a deliberate attempt by the political class to make the citizens beggars, so that they'll be at their whims and caprices, so that they will now become as a game of who pays the piper, dictates the tone. For me, Tinubu saying that APC will retain power beyond 2023 is just like a normal Nigerian politician. But what I would have advised him is they should look at ways to address the multifarious security challenges rather than looking at your peculiar interests, because by our standard his body language shows that he's running for 2023. But beyond 2023 you need citizens to rule, you need a good environment to rule, you need a secured environment to rule. I think that should be his primary purpose now, rather than advancing his interest. I think his interest for now should be how to bring about good governance, how to curtail the excesses of Fulani herdsmen, how to curtail these bandits, how to curtail all the myriad of security challenges. I think that should be his interest, rather than jumping from pillar to pole, trying to draw support for his presidential ambition. I think that is the way to go. For me, 2023 is still far. People have to be alive to witness the election. People have to be alive to be governed. So there is no need talking about 2023 for now. What is imminent now is protecting the life and property of Nigerians.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Matthew. That's an extensive one. David, good morning.
Good morning to you, boss man.
How's everything?
I bless God. And how was the night?
Tinubu is talking about 2023, despite all that we are facing.
I don't want. Sorry to cut it short. I actually don't want to talk about that now. Probably that should come in later in the discussion.
Call for state of emergency. Is it the way forward now?
Nigeria is in a very sorry state, and we've all seen the president has asked. He spoke with the U.S. Secretary yesterday. He has asked the U.S. government to come to our aid. Now, my question is, at this time, it is very late. What has been doing? How much has been voted for security all these years? The former chief of army staff was his name? Bruta and Co. How much did they siphon? How much weapon did they acquire? And then what is the cause? What is the root of this crisis rocking Nigeria now? The president is also part of the cause, because as our pastor said, when you don't recognize some set of people, surely there will be tense in the land. Surely there will be what tension in the land. The president has not done anything for the people of southeast when it comes to appointment. Is a nepotic man. So sir, what do we expect? And now you can see the killing spread here. Yesterday in what was it called? Abakaliki. A federal high court was burned down in the same country. The president can no longer hold the country together. He is also scared. He's also scared because nobody is safe in this part of life. Honorably, the president ought to have resigned. It's because it's a impeachable offense. If you cannot protect life and property, that is the primary function of government, and he has failed to do that. And also he has been a sympathizer of this so-called terrorist group. Mr. President cannot be, if truly he wants to fight terrorism, you cannot always sympathize with terrorists and you claim you want to fight terrorism. That is why we would have a degrading terrorism insurgency here in Nigeria. Now, when you arrest a terrorist now, you still give them pardon. You still rehabilitate them into Nigerian military. You tag them repented Boko Haram. You pay them stipend. You pay a terrorist stipend, and the same terrorists will go back again and see us you. What do you expect? Mr. President is just so clueless. It is the cause of the major crisis happening in Nigeria. Unless Mr. President resigns, this insurgency, it would not be resolved. Nobody, let America come. They will still go back. For how many years now have we been battling with insurgency? Who started this? The president started this because he felt he wanted to deal with Jonathan. And now the thing has not backfired. He's not eating hard on him. He's not crying foul. Go to Niger State. How many local governments have been captured? A military bomber jets, Air Force jets killed Nigeria military, citing it as what? As a mistake. As at within 24 hours, there was a what? Unrest across the nooks and corners of the federation. Go to Ebonyi, killing. Go to Anambra, killing. Go to Gombe, killing. Go to Borno State. Zulu met with he met with the president yesterday. He said Borno State has about 20 local governments. He said 8 now are under Boko Haram attack. And now what has the president said? The president could still not draft solutions. He keep listening to those that keep on telling him lies. People that will drive him to the wrong direction, or people that have even driven him to the wrong direction. Nigeria has never been worse. Nigeria has never been in this kind of situation. Just like everybody know, things are not going well. Every Nigerians are what? Unemployed, economy wise, nothing is moving. And then see what is the cause of this. Number one factor of this was insecurity. When there is what? Insecurity, investors cannot come and invest their money. We keep telling you, look for, why don't you hire private mercenaries? Yeah, mercenaries to come and combat this crime, this insurgency. He was hoping on the Nigerian military alone, but now they have been what? Overwhelmed. Both Nigerian Army, Air Force, Navy, the Nigerian security apparatus have been overwhelmed. Now it is if truly he is a man that has good integrity, like the way he used to portray himself. This is time for him to resign. That's killing. 2 more people were killing yesterday in Kaduna. Go to this place, go to Oyo State, about 4 persons died again. Now what is the cause of the problem? Just because of one man holding the country into ransom, one man causing ethnic crisis, one man giving attention to some set of people, and then neglect others. Won't you think that there will be uprising in the country? Surely there will be uprising. Now, how much has been budgeted for this insecurity? Year in, year out, year in. How much has been loan? Borrow, just to tackle this insecurity. And now, it is worse. He has been borrowing. And just like what is happening? Nobody can sleep with their 2 eyes open, close again. Just like you, everybody. Nobody is free. You listen to the senator representing Kogi West, in person of Smart. And then when he was out yesterday, he said, see, for the fact he's an APC man, does not mean he will not speak up. He said, see, he can no longer travel 50 kilometers again. He said so. He was ranting yesterday, APC senator. Now, when he was trying to buttress his point, now, the wife of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu wanted to shut him up, saying that, see, why is he against the president? Is he not from this? Are they not from the same party? The man said, even if he is from the same party now, when he sees what is wrong in the country, won't he speak up? Must it be about politics interest? It is now the interest of everybody. Let us always separate politics. When it's time for politics, let's do politics, and then when it's time for what? Governance, let's settle in for governance. The man has said nothing but the truth. If Nigeria is not safe now, they themselves, they are not safe. He has asked them to shut down National Assembly. Let them go back to their house until Nigeria is safe. Because you cannot be making laws whereby the people are not safe. Killing spray is just too much. Every day, there's no good news again. And the president has been sleeping. And people, Wike said yesterday, and then which is true, he said now, governors go to Abuja now just to take picture with Mr. President. Just to take picture with him, because now these people go there and tell him, now the president himself has lost ideas. This is the worst president. He will not listen to what experts. Before this thing got to this level, people have advised him, you cannot always treat Fulani as if these people own this country. Now everybody has now stood up. Don't be surprised, Nigeria is heading towards doom. Don't be surprised. War is coming. With the way it's standing now, Nigeria has never, ever since I was born, Nigeria has never been this tense. I swear to God Almighty. I have not seen Nigeria in a very tense situation within this just 24 hours. It's just too much. Nothing is going on. Nothing is moving.
Don't we need outside help? Since we cannot handle our situation ourselves,
We need outside help.
like the US.
Yo, we need outside help, outside machineries. But now there are still saboteurs in government. There are still saboteurs in government. Okay, now US now might not know. US might not know much about Nigeria
Terrain.
terrain. Now, what if a saboteur is being given such opportunity to just work on them? Won't he give information back to the bandits? That is it. We need outside help. But now there are saboteurs in the government. Until when we fish out these saboteurs, there will surely be unrest in this country. That is the truth of the matter. Nobody is safe. I'm now scared of myself. Even Lagos, that we are saying Lagos is safe. Lagos is safe. Lagos is no longer safe anymore. If just from Niger State to Abuja is just a stone throw. If Boko Haram could attack Abuja and host their flag, that means they are heading towards Abuja. And they see, my prayer is even if they want to go to Abuja, let them bomb National Assembly. That is the first place.
Let them bomb.
The National Assembly. Let them kill all our senators. That is my prayer. Because there's nothing those people are doing there.
If they kill all the senators, that means Nigeria will be better. That's what I say.
It will kill all the senators. Kill Buhari. Let us start afresh again.
Buhari.
Kill everybody.
Everybody.
Kill all the senators. Kill everybody working with the president. Within the presidency, let them go off and kill the senators and then House of Reps. Let us build a fresh Nigeria and then again let us discard that old devilish constitution. Whereby everybody can have sense of belonging. That is truth of the matter.
What you have just said is very heavy.
What's heavy about it? When this guy happened, when Ghana had revolution, what did James Rawlings did? That was what he did, just to better the life of what ordinary Nigerians there. Let them go, let them pay for it, because these people have milked us, these people have sucked us, and they are not contributing anything meaningful to the lives of every ordinary Nigerians. Just like what you said. So concerning Tinubu, what was the question?
2023, is it what we are supposed to be discussing now? As a leader that he is this what we are supposed to be discussing now, 2023 presidency?
I am surprised. Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu is a gold digger. He's a gold digger. Yes, all what he cares for is just power. He's a power monger. Now at this point where there is killing every day, you still had the effrontery to go to Abuja. You met with the president, and when you had this London meeting, you said APC still had the chances of retaining power in 2023. How sure is he there will be election? Can you hear what someone sensible, someone that is sensible, someone that has sympathy, someone that could not even commiserate with people who are close at life? Yesterday, four what undergraduate students in Kaduna were killed. He did not even compensate with them. All what he was eyeing is 2023, just to also was acquire national treasury because of his own interest. Now, what if there is no Nigeria tomorrow? Can he contest? Can he fight for president? Can you see the kind of people that wants to rule us? You see demons. You see devilish people. There is what upright in the country. As an elder statesman, that word 2023 should not come out from your mouth. You shouldn't have said that APC has chances of what retaining power. Who is APC? What have they done?
Infrastructure.
Which stupid infrastructure? Where is it?
Train.
Which stupid train? You to see. It seems you to go say APC people. Where's the train?
We can see what.
We can see what?
From Abuja.
Abuja to where?
The train.
Where is the train?
Go to Southwest.
Camouflage train. Something that will publish in the what? In the national dailies.
We saw Amechi in one of.
You saw Amechi.
Yeah.
In where?
Have you gone to Agege?
Agege, is that one train? Where is the infrastructure? Before you want to come out and then bawoo people, you come out with concrete evidence. APT has not done nothing in terms of economy wise, nothing. infrastructure wise. Only what APC has done is just to what bring in hardship and what insecurity into the land. That is the truth of the matter. And now Tinubu here is saying APC will retain 2023. What if there's no 2023? What if tomorrow Nigeria divide? Where would he want to become president? Eh? These people, they are just demons. Tinubu is just what Tinubu is just after is just money, just to go to control the affairs of Nigeria and start looting. He doesn't want to know if you are dying. What has Tinubu done? Ever since this thing have happened, has he spoken out? He goes about with what entourage. You don't be surprised. He might be the next target. Don't be surprised. See now, do you know that during the exams, military were what? Overwhelmed. Now, when the people stand up against its citizen, nobody can stand against them. Nobody. Exams was just a practical example of it. You think he can run? He was the last exams. He ran to France. Now let's see where he run to. We were in a very sorry state. Instead of him to come out and tell us what and prefer solutions, he's here talking about 2023. How you want to become president? President over who? He's a bastard. President for what? And see, over he will not be president. Rather for him to be president, let's see, Nigeria will divide. For that bastard to be president, he's a bastard man.
Thank you, Mr. David.
Eh?
Thank you very much.
No,
Sure.
I'm so pissed off.
I feel your
People are dying every day. You went to Abuja and start talking about 2023. What's 2023 about? Has it make all the money? He has made all your money. What does he want again? Power, bastard people.
Okay. Well, that word bastard. Let's step it down a bit. Let's step it down. Okay, Mr. Lucky, step it down.
I'm sorry to use that language. My brother used the language because of hunger, frustration, depressive. So that is why I use that language. I apologize for that area because the angry man is an hungry man. You understand what I'm saying? So because those people, I won't tell you lie, they deserve slap. Not only curse, they deserve slap, they deserve stone. Imagine where people are crying all over Nigeria. Somebody is talking about 2023. I mean, I don't think Tinubu is around, don't know what is going on. I don't think. Maybe he's not watching TV. Or the APC members are not telling the truth. Or his wife in National Assembly is not telling him what is going on in Nigeria. So Tinubu doesn't know what is going on. That is why he's saying that. If you know how America lost one woman being, or America fly all the way from America to Nigeria here and just pick just two or one to tell you that Tinubu doesn't know what is happening in Nigeria here. So that's the area that my brother is with frustration, anger. He can say anything like this time around now. There's no hate speech. If you want to go to hate speech, Gume should be number one to arrest. Or a lot of APC members who are crying in National Assembly. I don't know whether you remember when this smart now tried with Dino Melaye. But I said one thing that time, I said, all of them will cry. All of them will cry. Now they are crying now, my brother. So that is the area. What is the question, sir?
Okay, now state of emergency has been proposed for this insecurity. Do you see that as a solution to the problem?
It cannot be solution. It cannot be. There's no solution now. Even call America, call the whole Israel, no solution. Do you know why?
World power.
World power. Have they been able to solve their problem in their country? Or they are coming to come and collect our oil again, the little one we have?
Okay, they are coming to collect our oil.
Yes, now. Are they be able to solve? Because COVID is going on there in America, killing them easily. Watch it there. See how they are burning their people. Every country is facing their own problem now. It's what we create. I am not surprised. Why? We say 2014, the same people you see around now, crying, shouting, hatred, tribalism that Jonathan have brought to the country. Now today, the same people crying now in National Assembly that Buhari is not talking. Let Buhari even address the nation first. before you start calling America. When you have 7 children and the father is not talking, what do you expect? So you expect another father to come and speak for you. Why are you there? The only thing that will solve this problem is Buhari to just resign. Say, my father, let me just go arrest. My son, take over. Or whoever, take over. Or even bring me, let me take over. You say the country will calm down.
What of the House of Rep? What of the House of Senate? Senators?
What are they doing there? Are they not the same thing?
Join and resign?
Are they not the same thing?
Should they not join and resign?
My brother, this week alone, Bajamiala, see the president, they have visited president more than 4 times this week. What are they talking about? They are all APC. If you want to make things right, let the president change all the security apparatus. Bring an Igbo man as a head, chief of army staff. Bring a Yoruba man, chief of maybe police. Change things, you see things will change. Number 1, things will change. You don't bring your brothers for the whole post. It's not going to work. That's the problem we are facing. Let's say the truth. I have told you, in the southeast, it's politics. All this is playing is politics. Who want to become the president? Who want to succeed the president? It's what they are doing. I'm the best. If Tinubu says he's the best. You brought this mess to us. Tinubu. He said they are dear to Nigerians. They are the best person now is Buhari. He's a retired military man.
General.
He's a general. He's a warlord. Buhari is a woman. Today, Buhari is a man. Buhari is a woman. Buhari is a man. But let me tell you, today, who is a man? Who is a woman now? Good luck is bad, is not good, is this, that's that. Today, Buhari, Almighty cannot even address the children. And this is continue killing. They say they are in Niger, Boko Haram. Are you sure they are not in Abuja? If all the governors are crying, they can't talk, except only Otom, the Benue governor. Why is talking? Because he's a PDP man. My brother, the only way he's safe now, I can give you 80% safe is Lagos. We are not even sure. If it start happening in Lagos now, you see everybody. Protest will start. How can president be in Asoro and this thing is happening? 50, 10, 20, 30. You cannot even let them address the nation. Let them address Nigeria. Not call it America. What America going to do with us? We are hungry. We are angry. A mother is angry with a husband. A son is angry with his sisters. These are worse under this regime. Let this man just say, please, I am resigning. You see the tension will come down. The tension will come down. Everywhere will come down. Not declare state of emergency as how. They have declared state of emergency many times. Look at EFCC. We expect you to bring some other tribe. You put your brother. You look at police. Look at how these people change them. Bring this other tribe. Put there. Armies are not working. Police are not working. The American that is coming, who are they going to work with? Did the American know my village? You wanted to betray them the way they betrayed them before? If it is Ghana, other country, I believe, but not Nigeria, they will betray you. All the politicians, what is happening, they love it. They want killing to continue.
They want killing to continue.
What are you talking about? Are they two people come out to address? When they kill for Kaduna, two people go and give them rice. But when they kill for South or Southeast, has he sent any message to them? Please, 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 Nigeria, wake up. If Nigeria want to make this thing stop, like the NSAS, if they don't mention an NSAS to start next week, you see, tension will come down. They know when the youth took over.
It is in our hands.
We say, let the youth get up now and send a message to the president. Let the youth just send a message that next week, we are going to mobilize. You see, all the governors will be shaking. They are the one doing this. These are politics. These are politics. One, how can Tinubu be mentioning 2023? When people are dying, his wife is in National Assembly there. Smart was crying. I saw why I was telling him to stop. Why? Stop what? People are watching. The whole world is watching. America coming to do what? Has America solved their problem? When America is even withdrawing their troops from Afghanistan. Coming to do what? We have soldiers, police that can do the work. They are not being paid. Even though you pay them, say this, we go the same market with the poor people. People, they are hungry. They have family to send money to. Can't you ask the president all the money he has collected for security? Let him come and account for it. The $1 billion, $1 billion. Where are the weapons? How can the militants, Boko Haram, holding Nigeria for how many years now? And they planned that thing they set up to disturb the Jonathan government. But today, they are reaping it. So you are telling me they are crying. Crying what? Crying foul. They started it when Jerika was dealing with the Boko Haram. Then the same northerners, others, go to America, even our brother here, Tudubu, go to and Waleso Inka, telling America that Boko Haram want to consume the whole northern people and the youth for them, so that we don't see them to do election. What happened? Today they are crying today now. They are crying today now. They have not cried. They will soon shed blood. They are going to shed blood.
Are you of the opinion that what happened in Ghana should happen in Nigeria?
It cannot happen here. What happened in Nigeria is a betrayal country. A Yoruba man will betray you. Or Igbo man will betray you. The people who spoil this country, Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, they are the people who spoil this country. Today, they are enjoying it, they are suffering it. I ask you a question. When Obasanjo went and destroyed OD, what did the Yoruba people say? What did the Hausa say? They were happy. Yeah, you don't know.
Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, that means Nigeria.
They are the people that destroy this country.
Nigerians are destroying Nigeria.
They destroy themselves. Brother destroyed their brother. The man they killed, the leader of IPOP, it was the brother who betrayed him, who sell it to the military. I'm asking you. So we betray. Nigerians a betrayer. They betray themselves because of money. Because of money. All this killing. Some people are benefiting inside this killing. Governor, bring $1 billion. I will serve the people. I will talk to the people. You give them the money, they eat the money. So Nigeria is in trouble. The only problem that will solve this country, not bringing America, not bringing Israel, is so the president to just honorable. Go to America or go to Israel, rest for one year, stay for 1 year, allow the vice president to just take control. This country will be okay.
Mr. Lucky, you say Nigerians are the betrayer. If they give you $1 billion, if this APC government give $1 billion to stop talking, will you stop talking?
APC cannot even give me 1 million naira. They cannot even give me 1 million. I'm not 1 billion. They can't try it. They can't try it. So that's it. They cannot try. It's not possible. They cannot try it. I'm telling you the truth. They cannot give me 1 million naira. They are betrayers. They are selfish. They don't. They eat on their. They bring this money, spend on their self, not spend it on Nigerians. If this money are going to the Nigeria, I don't think this problem will happen because Nigerians are hungry. They have no means to eat. They have no work. Do you know when Buhari came in, how many people lose their job? The people who lose their job are not going to eat. They want to eat. Some of them have gone to bandits. Some of them have gone to Abraba. Some of them have gone. The women have gone to Ashawo. So what left? They don't want them to die inside the house. Do you know how many people die in a day, every day? Look at the billion during COVID-19. All the bags, all the people, they brought that billion as Buhari today. Where is the money? Alan, you were telling my brother now that the railway, who told you? All this railway country were brought under Yaradua and Jonathan. They brought them. I met you only bring him back from port. Stop. Visit them. I'm making noise. Just how many governments just from Afapa to Kaduna Ray for more than 15 years? Has anyone go to Enugu? Has anyone go to Ibadan? They will tell you Ibadan. Which Ibadan? Let them make Ray from Lagos here straight Mowe to Ibadan. That is where Nigerians can enjoy rain. Lagosians can enjoy rain. Not the one that go to Kaduna. How many go to Kaduna? The same people, Hausas, they are using this rain to bring those bandits. I always sorry for Lagos. The day Lagos will happen, me and you will not stay here and talk.
We don't pray so. We don't pray so.
We don't pray so. Are we safe? Is the country safe? But I'm telling you, the people that spoil this country is my brother, Yoruba man, Hausa man, Igbo man. Let them sit down together. Let them sit down together and see how we can move forward. Thank you very much.
Respond to what.
Yeah, I have to respond. You see, this man, as he is, he's not a Democrat. He has been eating with all these people. He works with politicians. So when he comes here to be saying, somebody spoil Nigeria, they should hold him responsible for one of the things. He has worked for nearly some governors. He worked for Okorocha. So he cannot deny that. Me, I don't know any politician. And for myself. So that is his own case apart. Let's park him aside, please.
State of emergency now, is it the next solution for Nigeria? Because people are calling for state of emergency. Is insecurity? Is it the next solution for Nigeria?
State of emergency in where? Which region is that one? Is going to impose that one? Generally, I think if it's going to try, if they embark on that, there is inviting chaos in this country, and there's going to be a lot of, they will start be killing from the soldiers, because when they say state of emergency, they will bring soldiers out to guard everywhere. And what are you now doing? The same security we've been talking that they've been oppressing the masses. You still want to unleash them on the masses. I don't think this situation requires state of emergency, because if you have done the needful, if the government have done the needful in protecting taking security serious in this country, all these things won't generate to this system we have, to this level we have now. They tolerated all these bandits, they tolerated gunsmen, they tolerated Boko Haram to spread up to this level, and they are now telling us they want to impose state of emergency. What were they looking for? What were they looking at? That time these people were springing up, these ragtag people, when they were springing up, what was the government looking at? They slept in slumber, and now they are just waking up that they are imposing state of, it cannot work, except they are ready to kill all the masses, people, all Nigerians in this country, because
the situation is beyond their power. The situation is beyond it. They cannot handle it.
Beyond whose power?
The federal government.
It's federal government. You know that. You see, why did you present yourself to serve when you know there will be a situation that will be beyond your power? I mean, why do you present yourself as a hand in Asoro, as a hand in government houses, state government houses? Whose money are they spending? Answer me now. Whose money are they spending? It's our Commonwealth money. When they want to share allocation, is it their money? Did any one of them bring money to Abuja? No, answer me now. So this is what you ask for, and you get it. You want to be leader, you want to be president, you want to be governor, and people voted for you, that we trusted you. Go and make life easy for us. With our votes, we voted them to go and make things easy for us. Instead of them making things easy for us, they are making things difficult for our life. So they know how to solve the problem they created. It should not even affect any Nigerian, any average Nigerian or a common man, as they call us. This is the only country I will see they will call their citizen common man. I don't know what is wrong with this nation. The nation is bleeding, and I pray the nation should not bleed to death, because when you're in an emergency situation, that is where Nigeria is an emergency situation now. That needs oxygen to revive itself. It's fainting. Nigeria is fainting. And they fail to realize that. I think all of them, they should send all the politicians back to their constituency to come and douse the tension, because they cannot sit down in Abuja there and be sending security to come and start killing people anyhow. Because what is the cost? What are the people agitating for? We want better life. We should not be living like an animal in our country. This is not a life. This is not a life we're supposed to live. You and I, this is not, we're not world. We don't deserve this kind of life we're living here. So the state of emergency, the anarchy that they created, they should go and solve it themselves, because they knew when these people were springing up. During the last dispensation, we were only hearing of Boko Haram. There was no bandits. There was no X-Men. Now this government came, X-Men came in, banditry came in, and you are looking at them. The first strike these bandits made, I think you've caught it. You've caught them.
we won't be seeing the spread. But you are the one inviting them again. The government is the one inviting them, giving them amnesty, rubbing mind with them. See, I don't even trust any one of these leaders again, because the more you look, the less you see. When they tell you A, just look at your letter word, look at your, or put on your spectacle and see whether that A is A.
Okay, US has been invited to quell the security situation. Is that a good move from?
This US can be invited, but all depends on the people, the country the US is coming to help. What strategy do they have on ground? You know, this is not the first time US will be coming. US came under the dispensation of President Jonathan. But when they came in, what are the plans you have on ground for us to quash, to quench these guys? But there was no plan. They turned it to, I mean, so when US saw that these people are not serious to fight this, they left. So I don't know whether they just wake up from slumber that they should be serious to tackle the security now.
Okay, my last question. Tinubu talked about 2023 APC retained presidency while he visited Buhari. Where we have things happening in Nigeria, killings, one of the things he saw to talk about was presidency. Can you react to that?
I think, you see, they are dreaming. All of them are dreaming. Because it's only when once it's alive that you can be able to exercise your civic right, which is votes. By the time they kill everybody finish in this Nigeria, who will vote for them? A reasonable politician shouldn't be talking of 2023 now, because the atmosphere is not really conducive for any election now. The way we see it, because the people you want them, the people you want them to vote for you, the people you want them to surrender their vote for you, you are killing them all around. How will they come out? I'm telling you, there will be apathy in election coming in. People will not come out. So once people did not come out, we want to see how, and it will get to a stage that there will be mass enlightenment among the youth, among the masses now, that stop voting for these people. If it is possible, we form our own party. We are youth. We are like, we constitute about 40% of, almost 50% of the population of this country. So when youth come out, the problem now, the solution lies on the youth, the hands of the youth, we youth. Once we rise up, once we wake up from the slumber to know our left from our right, that is when we will liberate ourselves from this.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kunle. That is a very, very good one. If you have one reviewer with us, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. I'm Kayode Paul Omoyeni.
Mr. Kayode Paul. State of emergency has been suggested for the government. What do you take of it?
Yes, in this country, who is fooling who? My question is, who is fooling who? The government should stop playing game upon us. They should stop using us for business purpose. How could Sheikh Gumi be negotiating on behalf of bandits that are killing people, that are terrorizing the peace of the nation? Sheikh Gumi negotiating for him, and nothing was done about it. They live in free of charge. Government arrested some Boko Haram that have been caught some couple of years ago. They free about 406 Boko Haram. What else do they want? The government know what they are doing. That is just it. That is the US coming to help us, or Britain. The government are using us to play game. They know what they are doing. That is just it. We Nigeria, we just focus on what we are doing. Or better still, let us go for separation. We are not one, and we are not Nigeria as one, and we can never be one. That is just the truth about it.
How can you separate without the political class? Without the politicians? How can you separate?
Without the, at least if we have if we know where we are going to, that's just the solution for Nigeria for now. Because we have been together for past 100 years now. Instead of Nigeria to become, as in their well-being to be more better than before, but it's from fry pan to fire. Everything is coming worse every day by day, as a matter of fact. So if you are in a marriage now, a forceful marriage, there are two people in a marriage between husband and wife. If fight today, fight tomorrow, every day you are recording case like a COVID-19 matter. Yesterday you offend me, tomorrow this. The best is to do a separation. We are not one, and we each in Nigeria, you are large enough to be a nation on our own. You are large enough to be a Republican. Understand me? That is just it. All this one government are doing, they are using us to do business. They are all business politicians. That is the truth about the matter. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's from Mr. Kayode. That's wonderful. Mr. Kayode. Okay, we'll be going to the end of Bison this morning. We have spent enough time, and I will say a big thank you to all our viewers and reviewers all over the world, Nigeria, and all over the world. I want to say a big thank you, Mr. Matthew, Mr. David, Mr. Kunle, and also Mr. Chigozie. The man behind the camera is Festus Oluwabukumi. I'm Christian Chuku, and a big thank you to CEO Flip TV, Biodun Oluyi. Bye for now. Until next edition. Thank you.